Due to the graphic nature of this comic, which includes violence, blood, and gore, viewer discretion is advised. I have a lot to say about this one. Never has a volume 1 of anything left me feeling so conflicted. One of the things I do enjoy is the very first opening page. Our introduction is through a note written by a young boy named Donnie, who's searching through what's left of the United States for his mother. And it's a rather nice way to set the mood. After that, we're introduced to Simon. As you may have guessed, Simon is more than just your run-of-the-mill zombie. Not only does he have a heart, but he's also extremely intelligent. And it's kind of depressing because even though he's surrounded by thousands, he's very much alone. Stefano Raphael probably butchered his name, but he did a fantastic job on this artwork. They look really good. We get some cameos in the beginning from villains that we know and love, but the story doesn't focus on them. It's literally just a passing mention, which I kind of enjoy. This isn't the Marvel Universe as we know it. This is the Marvel Universe after the Marvel Zombies fiasco, after Ash from the Evil Dead was transported to their world with the Necronomicon and absolutely devastated it. After a really good opening monologue which sets the mood for the rest of the comic and also shows how intelligent Simon Garth is, we're introduced to some kids. And who doesn't love kids, especially some in a Marvel comic? And it looks like one of the male, he found a matching necklace to that of Simon Garth, mere miles away. This is one of the things I had a little bit of a problem with. I get it, it's a comic, stuff like this happens all the time. Everything's coincidence, but nothing's a coincidence. And I just hope that there's some passing mention of, there has to be something. There has to be something that explains these necklaces. If they don't ever touch on it, I'll be kind of upset, but the intrigue is there. Yeah, kid, let's go watch a zombie fight, because, you know, what else are you gonna do? And then from there, we're introduced to the Defenders, and honestly, I really, really love these guys, how they look in this universe. I may have came off like a fanboy right there, but let me be clear, it's the aesthetic that I'm speaking about. I absolutely love the overall designs of these characters, from Spider-Man's ragged cape to Daredevil's Netflix-inspired helmet. Now, this is just my personal headcanon, and it's probably completely false, but that's Netflix's Daredevil. Right? Or at least it's aesthetically based off of Netflix's Daredevil. So my headcanon, since Netflix just canceled Daredevil and we'll never see the end, my headcanon is, this is what happened next. This is what we were never able to see. Now, the introduction for the Defenders is a very strong one. Not only is it really good action, but the blood and the gore is pretty damn awesome in this. Robot T-Rex versus zombies. Automatic win. Like I said, this is a very solid action sequence, and we even get a really great pun from Spider-Man, and as a Cranberries fan, I really appreciated it. Immediately followed by him dispatching in a very brutal manner of a zombified Doc Ock, and like I said, the violence in this comic, it's harsh, and I love it. And while this is going on, the kids are enjoying the spectacle, which seems rather stupid, but honestly, can you blame them in this situation? But yeah, it leads to sheer stupidity. The boy, Donnie, decides, I'm gonna go help the Defenders because I have oh wait, no I don't. And literally stumbles down the mountain that he was on. Well, the mountain of garbage, it looks like. And guess who's waiting at the bottom for him? Yep, the ever-lovable Simon. We're shown just how harsh and bleak this world is after the fight, with a man pleading for his life to Black Widow, who stands over him with a gun leveled at his head. He begs, but after explaining he's no longer human, she blows him away. Yeah, Black Widow, what happened to you? 'Cause you ain't messing around anymore. A few hours later at the Resistance headquarters. Moral center of the group, Peter, is understandably upset about the entire situation and tries to voice his opposition, but is rather ignored by the now jaded defenders. And obviously the schoolboy Peter isn't too happy with that. Misty tries to calm down Peter before it can escalate, which, come on, let it escalate. Spider v Widow, let's do it. But right before it starts to really get good, guess who comes in? Don't mind us, just a boy and a zombie. Kind of like a really horrible 90s movie. Obviously grabs the focus off the group, and after a very short confrontation, we get Falcon from the MCU, which kind of destroys my headcanon, but it's my headcanon. Mine. Nobody can take that away from me. Just look at that. That's honestly some pretty damn good art. It looks great. You can tell exactly what's going on. Nothing looks out of proportion. The action sequence, like it just looks good, and I'm happy about that. Now, this is when it's going to get spoilerish, so I want to get my recommendation out of the way right now. If you like zombies, if you're a fan of Marvel Zombies, check out Marvel Zombie. It's a fun read. It's a little campy, but it's still pretty dark. And well, there's some issues that I'll cover in the spoiler section because, well, there's spoilers and I don't want to ruin it for anyone. So yeah, if you like blood, if you like guts, if you like a dark sense of cute, like comedy, check out Marvel Zombies or Marvel Zombie. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun. I really enjoyed reading it. Now, starting off the comic, I had no disdain or hate towards any of these characters. I enjoy some of them and just don't care about some of them. And also am intrigued by some of them. But overall, didn't hate anyone. By the end of this comic, I hate Moon Girl. I cannot stand this character. And I'm going to go over why right now. Basically, the plan they came up with that Peter is so sour about is essentially a bomb. Moon Girl is going to make a bomb that will essentially wipe out all the zombies. There will be no problem with them. They don't explain why. Well, they explain why, but it's science fiction science. So you get what I'm saying. And well, in order for the bomb to work, somebody has to be the suicide bomber. They even call it that. So, well, of course, before they even have the chance to draw straws, Fido comes in. And, well, the boy and the zombie. As a good zombie. A zombie that nobody has an attachment to except for a little boy. But it's a zombie. They don't feel pain, right? They're not smart, right? Well, what do those necklaces do? I wonder. It offers you a full control over the zombie. Poor Simon. So, as I'm sure you can figure out on your own, they decide to use Simon as a suicide bomber, much to the little boy's disdain. There you are. So yeah, this is all obviously going a little too smoothly. We all know something bad is about to happen. And, oh my God. Boom, we get a pretty good page with a really horrible ad. Like, come on, this page is so good. Just, they're gonna use them. So yeah, everything's going smoothly. Peter has a wall, like a whole section blocked off with a web wall. Falcon's taking his numbers from the sky. Everyone else is battling it out on the ground. And then Moon Knight is setting up Simon as their zombie martyr. And, well, the little boy starts talking about the robot T-Rex. And she brings up the fact that she used to have a real T-Rex, a big red dummy. And it leads to the... Did you ever have to send your best friend off to die? And I'm sure you can guess where this is going. The bomb never goes off, as was to be expected, leading to the deaths of both Misty Knight and Matt Murdock, who has a pretty gruesome death, and they let you know that that's death. Ain't no coming back from that. And one little thing, Black Widow, right behind Misty Knight. She's right there. Like, look, they're right next to each other. Same basic size. She's maybe a few feet away. How did this happen? What were you doing? What was going? Why did you just let? Either they're gonna say something about her ditching, or that was just an artist's mistake. He should have had one like kind of just standing out a little bit more right here. That would have been fine. But it's just there's nothing there, and then all of a sudden, bam! It's sloppy. And then, yeah, sorry, Matt. That sucks. Some things explode that aren't the bomb apparently, and Moon Knight, you're nowhere on the level of Moon Knight. Well, maybe modern day Moon Knight, but not original Moonlight. Moon Girl just watches over the destruction, probably hearing the screams of her fellow defenders. Has a few last words with the boy, and then I think I'm going to hell. I agree, Moon Girl. You probably are going to hell, and you probably deserve it. Well, that's probably harsh. There's probably a good reason Simon survived. There's probably something important that he has to do later in the storyline that I am not aware of yet. And there'll be some satisfaction. There'll be some sort of verification of Moon Girl's actions. And yeah, I'm still going to be pissed about it. After that whole horrible fiasco, it comes off sappy, but I enjoy the very ending of it. Just a boy and his zombie walking into the apocalypse. What a roller coaster. So yeah, I'm genuinely intrigued to see where this story goes, and overall I had a pretty fun time reading it. Despite the what and the huh, but that's to be expected with a storyline such as this. So if you like zombies, if you like blood and gore and a bleak sense of humor, check it out. And as always, thank you for watching and God bless. Peace. Oh, that's... Oh. Who approved this?